Passed pawns are very strong in endgames. It's always a good idea to eliminate your opponent's passed pawns. I will show you why. Here you can see a position on the Millennium chessboard. This is the game Andrey Esipenko against Alizera Firouzja at the World Rapid Championship, both very strong grandmasters. It's white to move, and white has to decide what to do. Last move was rook takes e5, so white has to move the queen. There are two options. You can give a check on f6 and jump there with the queen, or you can take on d2. If you like, you can pause the video here and think about what would you do. Esipenko played the move queen f6 check. This is not the mistake yet, but it's a lot more difficult to play after queen f6 check. Very easy is to take on d2, because then, yeah, black can trade queens, of course, and get the pawn on h5, so white doesn't win a pawn, but then it's a very equal rook ending. I also switched on the analyzing mode at the Mephisto Phoenix chess computer, and you can see here queen takes d2 is the favorite of the engine, and it's completely equal. But maybe Esipenko wanted to play for a win, but this is, yeah, very dangerous with a passed pawn on d2. He played the move queen f6 check. King g8, and only now he took on d2. This is interesting because the idea is that black has also some problems with the rook on e5. So, for example, black cannot give the queen on d2 for two rooks, because in the end the rook on e5 will be hanging. So black has to do something different, but black has a very strong idea in this position, and Firouzja found this idea. Rook takes d2 in this move was the mistake. Here white had to take on g6 and try for counterplay. After rook e1 check, you can go rook f1 and everything is safe. But here black has a very nice combination. There are still queens on the board, so the king is not completely safe, and you can see this after the next moves. Firouzja gave a check on c5. And now it's already dangerous, because if the king moves to the h-file, then black can play rook takes h5 with check again. So Esipenko tried queen f2 to change queens. But then black has the intermediate move to take on d2. And if white takes the queen, then rook takes d1 with check. In next move, black will get back his queen. And is a rook up, two rooks up in this case. So no choice for white. White has to take the rook on d2. And here black has a very strong opportunity. The queen on f2 is pinned, so black can give this check on e1. And maybe this is the point where, yeah, Esipenko realized that his position is completely lost, because the king has to move on the h-file. Queen can take on h5 with check. Material is still equal, but the king on g3 is in a very dangerous place. Queens, rooks still on the board, and this king, yeah, cannot survive. So let's see how Firouzja played this position against the weak king on g3. He gave a check on e5 first, king f3, and then he played g5. This is an interesting move because it's no check, but it has a very big threat. Queen f4 is mate, and he realized, okay, white has nothing to do. White can give a check on d8, but just king moves to g7 and no more checks for white. So white tried to defend the mate with rook d4. Here Firouzja made another silent move. He played king g7, very nice technique because white cannot move a piece. White cannot improve the situation. So black plays just king g7 to improve the position of the king. White played g4, but now the rook can go to h1 and threat a check on h3. Rook e4, check, king g2. And now queen takes e4 is not winning because the rook on h3 is also threatened. So queen h2 check and white resigned. We can look on the chess computer. It's completely winning for black. King has to move to f1, and then there's queen h1 check, a double attack. King has to move or queen, and then queen takes e4 and black is a whole rook up. So white could have taken on d2 and there's nothing to do for black. It's a very equal position, but Esipenko wanted to play for win, which is very dangerous with this very strong pass pawn on d2. And then we saw a very nice attack by Firouzja. I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video.